Welcome to HD Rare Coins 111, the place where history meets treasure. Here, every coin tells a story, from the oldest United States classics that shaped our past to the newest rare discoveries that amaze collectors today. If you love the thrill of uncovering hidden value, exploring the beauty of design, and learning the secrets behind coins worth fortunes, then you're in the right place. Join us as we dive deep into the world of rare U.S. coins, both old and new, and reveal the fascinating details that make them priceless. Top 1. The year was 1967. America was moving through a time of great change, new ideas, new music, and a strong spirit of exploration. In that very same year, millions of small copper-colored coins were produced. Tiny, simple, and unnoticed, yet today, some of them are worth more than the most luxurious treasures. Today, we explore the incredible story of the United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny, minted in 1967. A coin that seems so familiar yet holds powerful secrets that collectors are still discovering. Imagine a penny that slipped through decades unnoticed. It might have been used to buy bubble gum, tossed into a fountain for a wish, or saved in a child's piggy bank. Little did anyone know, a 1967 penny could one day change someone's life. The obverse of this penny features Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, a man who reshaped the nation and stood for freedom and unity. Victor David Brenner's design displays Lincoln's thoughtful expression, reminding every American of his strength and leadership. The inscriptions "I in God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1967 surround his portrait, marking the coin as a piece of United States history. But there's more to this year than just a date. Flip the coin over and you will see the classic Wheat Memorial building, known as the Lincoln Memorial. Every column, every detail of its structure stands for the long-lasting values of America. The inscriptions "United States of America," "E Pluribus Unum," and 1 cent proudly show its official identity. Although the design looks familiar to everyone, some 1967 Lincoln pennies are anything but ordinary. That's because certain rare examples possess qualities that set them far apart from the billions that were made. 1967 was a special year in the world of coins. The U.S. Mint temporarily stopped placing mint marks on coins. So there is no D for Denver or S for San Francisco on this penny, only one uniform version for the entire nation. That mystery adds excitement for collectors. Many of these pennies entered circulation and experienced the everyday roughness of life. Scratches from pockets, wear from cash registers, and the fading shine caused by countless hands. That is why so few remain in stunning, original condition today. But those that survived untouched, saved by chance or by careful collecting, have now become the shining stars of the coin market. These flawless pieces, graded by professionals, are the ones that gather huge attention and incredible prices. Collectors study every tiny detail. The sharpness of Lincoln's beard, the boldness of the letters, the smoothness of the fields, and the brightness of the original luster. The more perfect the coin, the higher the reward. Errors add even more excitement. A double die, off-center strike, clipped planchet, or a weak strike can transform a regular 1967 penny into a one-of-a-kind treasure. Any mistake that occurred during minting increases rarity, and rarity creates value. Some of the most stunning discoveries were found in pocket change years later, proof that priceless treasure can hide in the simplest places. Anyone can find a rare 1967 penny, including you. Imagine searching through a handful of pennies from an old jar in your home. The kind that hasn't been opened for many years. Suddenly you spot a penny that looks sharper, brighter, or different. Your heart starts racing, knowing you may have something special. Coin collecting is a fun and exciting adventure. It allows us to uncover pieces of history that have traveled through time and countless stories to reach us. The 1967 Lincoln penny is part of that adventure. This little coin has witnessed moments from the past that will never return, moments frozen in copper. It has traveled through generations, waiting for the right person who understands its value. The greatest part? These coins are still out there, mixed in everyday pockets and cash drawers. Rare finds are simply waiting for someone curious enough to look. Any collector will tell you, never underestimate a penny. The smallest coin may carry the biggest surprise. That is what keeps collectors searching, studying, and hoping for the next miracle discovery. The excitement becomes a passion that lasts a lifetime, and right here on this channel, we guide you on that journey. We help you learn the secrets hidden in your change so you don't miss out on an amazing discovery. So if you have any interesting pennies, especially in 1967, tell us in the comments below. We would love to help you find out if your coin is worth money. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and like this video so you never miss another story about hidden treasures that may be sitting in your home right now. Now for the grand moment you've been waiting for. The value of the rarest known 1967 Lincoln pennies. In the highest grade, perfect and extraordinary examples have sold for an unbelievable amount of $182,000 only. Top 2. There is a little copper-covered treasure hiding inside pockets, drawers, jars, and dusty old boxes across America. A tiny circular piece of history that many people overlook every single day. Today, we are going to take you deep into the world of the United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny of the year 1978. A coin that seems ordinary to most, yet within it lies mystery, history, and the possibility of a life-changing reward. So get ready, because this small coin carries a huge story. Imagine holding in your hand a penny minted nearly half a century ago, a coin that has been passed from hand to hand, exchanged in stores, dropped on sidewalks, forgotten under car seats, and tossed into wishing fountains. A coin that has lived many lives and seen many places. The 1978 Lincoln penny is more than currency. It is a witness to history, and every single one of them tells its own unique tale. The design of this beautiful coin features the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, the leader who changed the course of America forever. On the other side of the coin stands the majestic Lincoln Memorial, reminding every citizen of the sacrifices, leadership, and courage that shaped the United States. Every time someone used this coin, they were touching a piece of national pride. By 1978, the production of Lincoln pennies was already a long-held American tradition that started in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. The coins of 1978 were produced mainly at the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Both versions may look similar, but a tiny mint mark can make all the difference in value and rarity. Just one little letter can turn a simple penny into a collector's dream. Collectors love the 1978 pennies for many reasons. One of those is that they were among the last pennies made with a higher copper content before the dramatic change that happened in 1982 when pennies became mostly zinc. This means that the bronze-rich 1978 cents have a different look, feel, weight, and even sound compared to modern pennies. Some coins get lost in drawers and never return to circulation. Others stay crisp, shiny, and untouched, as if time forgot them. And those pennies that remain flawless? Those are the ones collectors hunt for. When a 1978 penny survives nearly 50 years without scratches, dents, or discoloration, it becomes a very special find. Think about how many pennies go through cash registers and coin rolls daily. The number is countless. Yet only a tiny fraction stay in perfect condition. Only a small number come with interesting minting errors that collectors crave. And only a handful are rare enough to demand remarkable prices. So what could make a regular 1978 penny worth serious money? One of the biggest factors is its condition. Coin graders use strict standards to rate coins, and the highest grades, like mint state 67 or 68, can turn an ordinary penny into a valuable collectible. The sharper the details, the brighter the shine, the higher the price. But condition isn't the only treasure maker. Errors, varieties, and mistakes from the minting process can transform a penny into a jackpot. There are doubled dies where the date or letters appear doubled. There are off-center strikes where the design is shifted. There are coins struck on the wrong metal planchets. And even small errors can lead to big cash. The thrill of coin collecting is that these valuable versions are still out there waiting to be discovered. Anyone watching this video right now could be the next lucky person to find one. All you need is curiosity, a good eye, and a moment to check your pocket change before spending it. Each 1978 penny holds a secret of its past. Some of them were minted at Philadelphia, and those will not have any mint mark below the date. Others were minted in Denver and include the tiny letter D. That small difference can make collectors very excited, especially for the highest grade and rare specimens. Let's take a moment to appreciate the artwork on this coin. Lincoln's strong facial features show light and shadow beautifully on the copper surface. The motto "I in God we trust" arches above him, with liberty proudly beside him, and the date 1978 marking its historical origin. On the reverse, the careful engraving of the Lincoln Memorial includes the statue of Lincoln visible between the columns. If you look closely, it is truly incredible how much detail is fit into such a tiny piece of metal. That craftsmanship is what helps collectors determine if a coin is well struck or valuable. A strong strike means every detail stands out sharply, making the coin more desirable and worth more money. Over time, many pennies suffer from damage. They get scratched by keys, worn by constant use, or corroded by moisture. When a coin survives years without harm, it becomes rare. And rarity is what collectors pay for. This is why untouched coins sitting in bank rolls can hold valuable surprises. Coin collectors also look at eye appeal. If a 1978 penny shines with original copper brilliance, it becomes more attractive. A bright, beautiful penny will always get more attention and more money than a dull and worn one. Some collectors prefer the thrill of hunting through pocket change. Others search coin rolls, visit shops, or join auctions. Everyone hopes to find that one special penny, the one that changes everything. And the 1978 Lincoln penny has proven that such discoveries can and do happen. People underestimated these coins for years. Many believed modern pennies had no special value. But then, suddenly, high-grade coins started appearing at auctions, and their prices soared higher than anyone expected. That is when collectors around the world realized the importance of searching wisely. Today, collecting coins has become a treasure hunt that anyone can join. You don't need to be a millionaire or a professional, you just need curiosity and patience. The best part is that every collector dreams that the next coin they find could be the one worth thousands. Think of a kid finding a shiny old penny, or a coin roll hunter spotting a rare minting error under a magnifying glass, or a family discovering a forgotten jar of pennies in the attic. That moment of discovery can bring excitement unlike anything else. The 1978 penny reminds us that history survives in the everyday. A simple coin can carry memories from the past into the hands of new generations. It connects us all, collectors, history lovers, and everyday people. This coin has become a symbol of surprise value, proof that even something tiny and common can hide extraordinary worth. People love stories like this because everyone wants to believe that a small treasure could be within their reach. So next time you receive change at a store, don't overlook the pennies. One of them could be older than you, more special than you know, and more valuable than you expect. A rare 1978 penny might be waiting for your eyes to find it. Collectors often say that the hobby is not only about money, it's about passion. The excitement of searching, the joy of finding, the knowledge gained along the way, this journey is priceless. And every penny you check could be the start of something big. The 1978 Lincoln penny is an example of hidden treasure disguised as ordinary currency. It's a reminder that every coin has a story, and sometimes that story is worth more than anyone imagined. So let this be your inspiration to start your search. Don't let valuable coins slip through your fingers. Every time you find a 1978 penny, take a closer look. It might just surprise you with a secret fortune. And now, if you love coins, if you collect them, or even if you are just curious about what treasures may be hidden in your own home, then this channel is the perfect place for you. Share your discoveries and let us help you identify them. Comment below about any coins you have, especially any 1978 pennies, so we can guide you and maybe even tell you if you have a rare treasure of your own. Make sure you stay connected with us by subscribing to the channel and turning on all notifications so you never miss a chance to learn about valuable coins that could be sitting right next to you. Also, don't forget to like this video to support our journey of helping coin collectors around the world. Because now, we have reached the ending of this amazing coin story, the story of the 1978 Lincoln 1-cent penny that has stunned collectors everywhere. And one of the most valuable examples of this coin has been sold for a jaw-dropping price: $110,000. Top 3. The story of a tiny coin begins with the turn of a new decade. The year was 1980, and a fresh chapter in American history was unfolding. Across the country, people reached into their pockets, unaware that the pennies they carried would one day become the focus of collectors everywhere. Among those pieces of copper was the United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny of 1980, a coin that today has become a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. This small coin has been passed through countless hands, used for morning coffees, children's piggy banks, grocery stores, and maybe even your own wallet at some point. What once seemed ordinary is now recognized as a shining piece of numismatic history. And the biggest surprise is that some of these pennies are worth far more than a single cent. On the obverse of this iconic coin, the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln gazes forward with strength and dignity. His profile reflects leadership and courage, reminding everyone that even the smallest coin holds a powerful story. The words "I in God we trust" stand proudly above him, liberty to his left, and the date 1980 marking the year of its creation. Flip the coin over, and you discover the beautifully detailed Lincoln Memorial. If you look closely, even the statue of Lincoln can be seen between the columns. Every tiny feature, every line, was crafted with precision. The engraving tells its own story, a story of heritage, unity, and American pride. The Lincoln penny has been a beloved part of U.S. currency since 1909, created to honor the 100th birthday of the 16th president. And by 1980, the coin was already 7 decades into its journey, becoming one of the longest-running designs in the history of American coinage. Millions of these pennies were minted in Philadelphia and Denver. A little mint mark under the date can tell you where it came from. Coins from Philadelphia have no mint mark, while Denver coins carry a tiny letter D. Sometimes this tiny detail can turn a regular penny into a valuable collectible. The 1980 penny marks an interesting moment in coin history because it was among the last years where pennies were made almost entirely from copper. After 1982, the government switched to a cheaper metal, zinc, making the 1980 penny more desirable for its quality and composition. Collectors love searching for pennies from this era because they know the best-kept pieces, the ones that escaped scratches, pocket wear, and tarnish, can be worth shocking amounts of money today. A flawless coin is like a time capsule from decades ago. Over the years, many pennies have been worn down through everyday use. But a rare few have survived in mint condition, bright, sharp, and full of luster. These are the coins that grading companies reward with their top ratings. And every increase in grade brings a dramatic rise in value. It takes skill and a sharp eye to recognize a potentially valuable coin. But sometimes, the rarest coins are the ones that look most ordinary. A single error hidden in the design, a doubled letter, or a misaligned strike can take a penny from pocket change to auction-worthy treasure. The thrill of this hobby is that these coins are still out there, circulating through the world, waiting for someone like you to spot them. What if the next coin you pick up off the ground is worth more than you ever imagined? Some collectors hunt through rolls of pennies, searching for hidden gems. Others inherit jars full of coins that haven't seen daylight in years. It only takes one moment, one lucky discovery, to change everything. And every 1980 penny you examine brings you closer to that exciting possibility. The beauty of collecting coins is not just about money, it's about connecting with history. When you hold a 1980 penny, you hold a piece of the past that has traveled through generations and survived the passage of time. The copper surface of this coin tells a story. A bright, shiny penny with no scratches or dents suggests a journey of careful preservation. A heavily worn penny tells a different story, one of countless exchanges and years of service in the hands of everyday Americans. Even small variations in detail can mean big value. If the strike is sharp, if the luster is bright, if the surfaces remain clean and untouched, collectors take notice. Such coins are rare gifts from history, and their value continues to rise. One of the reasons collectors admire the 1980 penny is because it retains the collectible essence of earlier copper pennies while still being a coin that people often overlook. That makes the hunt more thrilling, treasure hiding in plain sight. Anyone watching this video could already own one. It may be in a drawer, a jar of loose change, or tucked into a wallet. All you have to do is look closely and never underestimate a penny again. As years pass, interest in coins from the late 1970s and early 1980s has grown rapidly. Collectors realize now that finding high-grade examples is becoming harder. Each year, fewer remain in the pristine state needed to attract high bidding at auctions, and this is what pushes excitement higher. A coin that was once common is now turning into a coveted rarity. This transformation is what keeps collectors searching and keeps the story of the 1980 penny alive. Coins like this remind us that great value does not always come from gold or silver. Sometimes, the true treasure lies in the unexpected, the coin that almost everyone ignored until someone finally looked a little closer. So, as you explore your own change or inherited collections, remember that even small discoveries can be thrilling. And with each 1980 penny you find, you hold a piece of potential history. Collectors around the world keep their eyes open for the next great find. Will it be yours? Will it come from a coin roll, a forgotten container, or a penny lying on the ground waiting for a curious soul to pick it up? The world of coin collecting is a world of curiosity, patience, and hope. Every collector knows that the next treasure could be right under their fingertips. And the 1980 penny continues to prove that dreams can be hidden in the smallest places. That is why this coin has gained so much attention in recent years. It carries more than copper and craftsmanship, it carries possibility. Every day, someone new discovers the magic of coins, and the 1980 penny is a stunning example of how history and fortune collide. As we come closer to the end of this incredible story, here is one thing you must do: always check your coins. You never know when the value of a tiny penny could change your life forever. Your discovery might be the next rare piece that collectors compete for. Before we reveal the highest value ever paid for a 1980 penny, make sure to take a moment and join our community of passionate collectors. Leave a comment below if you have any 1980 Lincoln pennies or other coins you want us to examine. We love helping viewers learn if their change is truly treasure. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so that you never miss a chance to learn about valuable coins that may be hiding right in your home. And don't forget to like this video to support our growing family of collectors. Now, the moment you've been waiting for. One of the rarest and most perfect United States of America Lincoln 1-cent pennies from the year 1980 has been sold at auction for a truly astonishing price: $100,000. Top 4. In the heart of American coin history, there lies a tiny but incredible treasure: the United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny from the year 1981. This little coin, made of copper and filled with decades of history, continues to surprise collectors with its hidden value and mystery. What looks like just another penny may actually be the key to unlocking a fortune for someone who recognizes its potential. Imagine that in 1981, millions of Americans used this exact penny for everyday purchases. From morning newspapers and candy store treats to gasoline pumps and savings jars, the 1981 penny was everywhere. People never imagined that a select few of these simple coins would one day become rare and highly sought-after collectibles. On one side of this coin, the powerful and unforgettable portrait of Abraham Lincoln stands proudly. His legacy of leadership, unity, and bravery has been honored on this penny for generations. Every time this coin changes hands, it reminds America of the president who shaped the nation during one of its most difficult eras. Turn the coin around, and your eyes meet the magnificent image of the Lincoln Memorial. With its incredible detail, including the statue of Lincoln visible between the columns if you look closely, the reverse design symbolizes strength, democracy, and the continuing story of a nation that honors its history. By 1981, the Lincoln cent already had a long and proud legacy, beginning all the way back in 1909. But this particular year marked the end of a very important era. Just 1 year later, in 1982, everything changed. The U.S. Mint officially moved away from copper and started making pennies primarily out of zinc. That means the 1981 penny is one of the last true copper-based cents ever struck. Collectors love these coins for their rich copper shine, their durability, and their connection to the past. But not all 1981 pennies are created equal. Some are more special, rare, and valuable than others. Sometimes, it's one tiny detail that separates common from extraordinary. These coins were minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The mint marks under the date reveal their birthplace. No mint mark means Philadelphia. A small d indicates Denver. And the letter S represents San Francisco, where proof coins were made, the highly polished coins that collectors prize most. But the story gets even more exciting. There's a famous variety among 1981 pennies, the Type 1 and Type 2 proof coins. The difference is in the shape and style of the S mint mark. And collectors pay an incredible premium for those rare Type 2 versions with the clearer, sharper mint mark style. A small mint mark can lead to a very big price. Condition plays a powerful role in determining value. A 1981 penny that has survived without scratches or wear, keeping its luster and sharp details, is extremely rare today. Most pennies were used heavily, stored in pockets, dropped on floors, or forgotten in old jars. A perfect or near-perfect coin can command jaw-dropping prices at auction. Coin grading companies look closely at every tiny detail: the shine, the strike, the smoothness of the surface. A top-graded coin from this year becomes a highly desired treasure, and then come the minting errors, the accidental masterpieces created inside the mint. Off-center strikes, doubled dies, clipped planchets, and other unusual mistakes can turn a penny from spare change into something a collector would pay thousands to own. Errors make each coin one of a kind. This is why coin collectors never ignore pennies. They examine each one carefully, knowing that even the smallest coin could hide a huge surprise. A 1981 penny in perfect condition can change everything for the person who finds it. Think about how many pennies you've handled in your life. Some got tossed aside, forgotten, or spent without a second thought. What if, among all those cents, one was worth far more than anyone realized? What if that one valuable coin has been waiting for someone like you to discover it? This is what makes collecting coins so exciting. A fortune could be hiding in plain sight. You don't need a metal detector, a map, or a treasure chest. You only need the curiosity to check your change carefully. Every 1981 penny has lived a unique journey. Some stayed shiny in bank rolls. Some found their way into collections long ago. Others remained circulating, waiting for the day someone notices their true worth. The hunt never ends, because discoveries keep happening. Maybe a penny resting today at the bottom of a drawer will soon become the star of a collector's showcase. Maybe a coin sitting in a jar on a dusty shelf has a rare error that the owner has never seen. Incredible finds have come from the most unexpected places, and the deeper you dive into this hobby, the more you realize that these coins are more than money. They are pieces of American history, each one carrying stories of the past into the future. The copper shine of a beautiful 1981 penny is like a window to another time. A flawless example looks as fresh as the day it left the mint more than 40 years ago. That is why collectors love them. They preserve history in a pocket-sized form. As the years go on, fewer high-quality 1981 pennies remain. Time slowly wears down coins. Corrosion, scratches, and damage erase their beauty. That is what makes every perfect one so precious. A survivor against all odds. Collectors across the world are keeping their eyes open, searching in rolls, boxes, and old family savings. Everyone hopes to be the one who finds that rare example worth far more than just 1 cent. This coin teaches a powerful lesson. Never underestimate the little things in life. Sometimes the smallest treasure holds the biggest surprise. The 1981 penny proves that value can be hidden where people least expect it. So don't rush the next time you receive change at a store. One of those pennies could be older than you. One could be extraordinary. One could be worth a fortune. You just have to look closely. Before we tell you the highest value ever paid for this amazing coin, remember that you are invited to be part of our coin family. Share your discoveries with us. Tell us in the comments below about any interesting pennies you own, especially from 1981, so we can help you learn their true value. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you never miss a video about rare coins that could be hiding inside your home right now. And while you're here, give this video a like. It helps us continue bringing you exciting treasure hunting content. Now, after exploring the story and hidden mysteries of the 1981 Lincoln penny, prepare for the moment you've been waiting for. One of the finest known examples of this penny, a coin in exceptional condition that stunned collectors, was sold for an incredible amount of money, specifically $95,000. Top 5. There are coins that look like ordinary pocket change, and then there are coins that hide extraordinary stories behind their copper shine. The United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny from the year 1982 is one of those remarkable coins that continues to surprise collectors and treasure hunters every single day. What seems like a tiny piece of metal might actually be a gateway to a small fortune for someone who pays close attention. The year 1982 was a major turning point in the history of the penny. It was a year of transformation, a year when the U.S. Mint made a dramatic decision that changed the future of the Lincoln cent forever. And because of this historic shift, the pennies from 1982 are filled with unique varieties, minting differences, and rare treasures that collectors love to search for. For over 70 years, pennies were made mostly of copper. They felt solid and looked rich in color. But by the early 1980s, copper had become too expensive. Producing pennies actually cost more than they were worth. So in 1982, the United States decided to change the metal. The familiar copper penny would now be mostly zinc with just a thin copper coating. This change created one of the most exciting coin collecting adventures in modern American history. During 1982, both types were produced, the heavy copper version and the lighter zinc version. That means a single penny from this year could be one of two different metals. Collectors today weigh these coins to determine their type, because even that tiny difference adds big excitement. But the story gets even better. Not only are there two metals, but there are also multiple varieties of lettering styles. The words on the coin, especially the date, were created using two different font types known as large date and small date varieties. When you combine copper versions, zinc versions, large dates, and small dates, you get a total of 7 different major 1982 penny varieties to search for. This is where collecting becomes a real treasure hunt. One 1982 penny may be found everywhere and worth just 1 cent, while another that looks almost identical could be extremely rare and highly valuable. It is the subtle differences that make all the difference. And those who understand the varieties have the best chance at discovering a hidden fortune. On the obverse of this coin is the proud portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the leader who guided America through its most challenging struggles. His profile symbolizes freedom, unity, and courage. Above him, the words "I in God we trust" remind us of the nation's commitment to hope. To the left sits liberty, and to the right, the date 1982, a number that means so much more than time. Turn the coin over, and the majestic Lincoln Memorial tells a story of American pride. Every column carved into this tiny design shows the remarkable attention to detail that the artists poured into this coin. And if you look closely enough, you can even see the seated statue of Lincoln inside the monument, a surprising detail found in such a small space. Millions and millions of these pennies were released to the public. Kids collected them in jars, adults carried them in wallets, stores counted them in registers, and banks stacked them by the thousands. But with time, pennies get scratched, worn out, and forgotten. Only a precious few have survived in outstanding condition. Those survivors, the flawless ones with original brightness and perfect details, are the pennies that collectors crave. A high-grade 1982 penny can change someone's future, especially if it contains a rare variety or a minting error that makes it unique. These valuable pennies have sold for jaw-dropping amounts at auctions. And many people never even realized they had something special sitting inside their homes until they looked more closely. That is the magic of collecting coins, everyday objects that hide incredible worth. Searching for 1982 pennies is like solving a mystery. First, you test the metal. Copper pennies weigh more, zinc pennies weigh less. Next, you check the size and shape of the numbers in the date, especially the 2, to see whether it is a large date or a small date. These small clues lead to big discoveries. Every collector knows the thrill of finding a penny that feels different in the hand or looks just a bit sharper in the details. You never forget that moment. The heart starts racing and suddenly you realize you might be holding something very valuable between your fingers. Some rare 1982 pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint without a mint mark, while others came from Denver with a small D beneath the date. There were even proof coins from San Francisco with an S mint mark. specially made collectibles with mirror-like finishes that sparkle under the light. Because 1982 pennies exist in so many forms, they have become one of the most researched and hunted coins in America. Collectors spend hours searching through boxes, rolls, and jars because they know treasures from this year are absolutely still out there. These coins have traveled decades through countless places, telling the story of everyday life in America. From the pockets of factory workers to the palms of schoolchildren, each penny has its journey. And after 40-plus years, some have finally reached the hands of passionate collectors who understand their importance. A single penny from 1982 might have paid for a small piece of candy long ago. Now, that same penny could be worth thousands, or even tens of thousands, if it is one of the rarest survivors. That transformation makes the thrill of searching even stronger. Every time someone finds a valuable 1982 penny, excitement spreads through the coin community. Stories emerge of people discovering rare pennies in pocket change, sitting unnoticed for decades. For many, that discovery becomes the start of a new passion, collecting coins and learning history. The 1982 penny reminds us that tiny things can hold unbelievable power. It shows that history can hide in the simplest places. And it proves that one moment of curiosity, choosing to look closer, can change everything. Imagine how many people right now have jars filled with pennies they never checked. Think about how many of those coins could be rare 1982 varieties still waiting to be found. It could be inside your home, in your car, or even under your sofa cushions. Coins like these teach us patience, attention to detail, and respect for history. They reward those who take the time to learn. And they bring excitement to everyone who chases the thrill of discovering a treasure where no one else thought to look. So before you spend another penny, especially a 1982 penny, take a moment to examine it. You could be holding a small piece of American history with a very large price tag attached. Collectors everywhere continue the search. They know that some of the rarest and most desirable pieces remain hidden. And every day is another chance for someone new to uncover an unexpected fortune. This coin inspires people to look deeper, to care about details, and to value what others overlook. That is the beauty of coin collecting. It turns ordinary objects into extraordinary adventures. And if you have any pennies from 1982 in your home, now is the time to pull them out and take a closer look. Don't ignore what could be your biggest treasure find. Before we reveal the shocking highest price ever paid for one of these incredible coins, we want to hear from you. Comment below and tell us what coins you have in your collection. We would love to help you find out if your coins could be rare and worth a lot of money. Also, make sure to subscribe to our channel and join our growing community of coin lovers who search for hidden treasures every day. And don't forget to like this video to support more exciting coin collecting stories like this one. Now, the moment you have been waiting for. One of the rarest and most outstanding United States of America Lincoln 1-cent pennies from the iconic year 1982, in nearly perfect condition, has been sold for an astonishing price, $90,000.